Okay, we'll try to do a little quick video here of the garden. These are some watermelons here. Not sure the name. They're coming along, they're getting big. I got one in here. Little ones are still growing. It's a tomato plant that just came up on its own. I think it's a Chadwick. These small, like medium-sized cherry tomatoes. I got Swiss chard here. Purple peas, I just picked one. Beets. This is celery growing in here. My strawberries that got eaten by the deer that are just growing out all over the place now. These are ground cherries that took a long time to germinate, and they're finally coming. They're like a tomatillo in that little husk. You gotta wait for them to actually fall right off, and then they're ripe. Over here I have some tomatoes that were volunteers. I'm not sure what kind they are. I put them in pots that were too small. I meant to transplant them, but I never did. I'm doing the single stem method with these too. My pickling cucumbers are kind of coming back from the deer, eating all the leaves and everything, and they're not. This is one that probably got pollinated by a bee that was hanging out over by the squash. This didn't have enough flowers on it to keep bees hanging around, so they would go from this flower to the next and pollinate with this pollen. They were hanging out over there and coming over here and hitting the only flowers, and I was getting that, but now they're finally getting a lot of flowers setting. So the bees are hanging out and getting real pickles now. This is another kind of watermelon. This one's called a golden midget there. And this is, I'm not sure. Almost ready though, almost. These are my, I think they're Cherokee tomatoes. They're supposed to be purple, they're just starting to ripen now, and I'm doing the single stem method with these too, where you take out any growth that grows a new branch. You only want one stalk coming up, and then they'll just keep setting layers, fruit after flower after flower, if you keep the branches from going too much. So these are coming along, they're almost ready. And back here, these are called Lucky Tiger tomatoes, Japanese tomato. I never grew them, I never heard of them, but they're cool. They look really cool. That one's just about ripe. They don't really get too red. I might have to pick some of these just to try. So that's about it. I got potatoes in the back. Well, I got all the squash in here. Squash and some carrots too. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Great sunny day for growing.